Hello and good morning, guys. Welcome to Monday the 17th, I believe, of July. What a fabulous weekend I've just had. Managed to be honoured to go down and help attend the Truckfest Newark, or Truckfest Original charity truck pull for Great Ormond Street Hospital, organised and set up by the great Charlie, leader of Truckmate UK. Fantastic time, and I even managed to get a little bit more up close to the ice road truckers, which was a bit of an added bonus. But that's taking nothing away from the experience and the great cause, raising money for children across the world and the Great Ormond Street charity. We pulled a Kenworth W900L around the arena at Newark, so it was absolutely amazing. Anyway, back on to today's vlog. There is a video on the channel. If you go and check that out, that'll cover the event and the truck fest and everything like that in more details, so do go and check that out after you've watched today's vlog, of course. Today we have got nerves of steel as we're taking all this fabricatedness up to Durham. Now, it's been a bit of a balls ache to set up. Mainly because there's a few odd pieces in the middle, but it's just, it's a very hairy load, guys. I'm a bit nervous, but I've strapped it all up to the best of my capabilities. I'm confident it's going to be okay. Once we've gone about 10 or 15 minutes down the road, I'll be pulling over, retensioning all the straps after the load's settled, and we've got about 150, 160 miles to go up to Durham. And I haven't even had any coffee yet, guys. Another slightly less important fact, but more of a personal accomplishment, was the fact that the channel has now reached 1,000 subscribers, and it's thanks to you all for all your hard work, guys. Each and every one of you mean the world to me, and I'm really proud that we've managed to get that far. I did have an attempt at dyeing my hair green. There'll be more explaining it in a very short video that I'll be putting up once I shave the beard off. Yeah, the green dye that I had found, or the only dye I managed to find, was more of a limey, minty kind of green, and yeah, it did change the colour of my beard, but it wasn't the desired effect, really. So the other two important things that means is the fact that the beard will be shaved off shortly. I was going to do it yesterday, but I just didn't have the time after coming back from the truck show and wanting to get everything put together for that video as soon as I could. So this beard will be coming off probably whenever I'm back home next. Go on then, please! What the hell is the matter with some people? So the beard will be coming off, and I am also quitting smoking, guys. I've been cutting down a little bit for a long time, and I've had one as I left the house this morning, and that's gonna be it, guys. Cold turkey. Sorry about the sun. So wish me luck, I mean it this time. It's gonna be no fags. I've just noticed, looking at the sat nav, it's actually 180 miles, guys. It must have been 150 odd as the crow flies, and then when I press start it recalculates the whole route on the road. It's always tight down here. I used to come down this way in the white van, and then the lane is so narrow. It doesn't help when I've got the wheels of those trolleys at the end of the trailer. Anyway, I want to thank you all for your kind comments on reaching 1,000 subscribers, guys. I don't know whether you all found it out via the Facebook first and then came to YouTube, but whichever way, I want to thank you all. It really means a lot. You're part of that 1,000, guys, remember? You're part of this journey that I've been on. Over a year now it's taken me. But I haven't been doing it for the fame and the stardom anyway. I've been doing it as a hobby, and I'll continue to do it as a hobby until I don't enjoy it. But right now I really, really do enjoy it. It's one of the best times to be doing it. The channel's doing well. My personal life's doing well. My working life's going alright. So what more could I want? Alright, so tip shelf services it is. We'll have about 15 minutes here. It's just about enough time to make ourselves our first cup of coffee of the day, and God, am I looking forward to it. Right now, so I've just spent a couple of minutes just going through the load, and I'm delighted to know that all the straps just needed one and two clicks just to retension. So that means I've done a pretty good job at tensioning it. I'm happy for that. So all that nerves this morning doesn't really matter. I was worrying about it for nothing. I had every reason to be confident. I've choked that one on the top, by the way. Make sure they don't come off at all. So it's being pulled both ways. Let's go grab a coffee. Right guys, 15 minutes later, I've got my coffee. Other brands are available, but it's more of a mocha. A mocha. I like the bit of a chocolate. So let's go. 130 miles we have to go. We might possibly have to stop for half an hour if it's looking like we're not going to make it, but I've got every intention to try and make it. So goodbye tip shelf services. Oh, I don't know why you made such a racket then. Oh, excuse me. Come on, Doris. Good Lord. Just had a quick munch of something to eat. So this is one of the worst times for a craving of a cigarette, but I'll be fine. I don't need one. I want one. Alright guys, well Cinderella is absolutely pulling her heart out. We're going up the A1M now. Looks like there's a bit of a queue up ahead. It's probably one of the busy junctions. I've just had to do my important call of the day already, guys. There's a coach up ahead and he's just overtaken me on the hill, and I'm going to assume it's unbeknown to him, but his luggage compartments actually came open on the coach. It's the one going up the hill there on our side of the road. His boot's open, so to speak, or his trunk for you American viewers. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to pull over or anything like that, so I've had to make the emergency call to him, or to the company, and try and get his attention to get him pulled over. So the company's going to phone him as soon as possible and get him to pull across, because the last thing you want is a few suitcases barreling down at you when you're ploughing up the motorway. So hopefully he'll get that message pretty soon. There's some services coming up, so with any luck he'll pull over into them. Fantastic. Looks like they've managed to get hold of him. He's returning to the back to sort the problem out, and thankfully no one's been injured or hurt. Well done, CJC. Pat yourself on the back. Alright guys, well, turns out there's been a bit of a delay with the crane at the site this morning, so my colleague is already still there. That means that we was about to make it on time within our 4.5 hour drive, but obviously there would have been nowhere for me to wait. So what I'm going to do, I'm having my half an hour break now anyway, so that gets rid of any awkward timing when we get there, because I don't want to be rushing to park up and reverse when I'm due a break. So we're just on the outskirts of Durham. We've managed to get off the junction early at junction 61, and that has saved us about 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to read some. I'm just going to read some of my latest subscribers out, but first I just want to show you this beautiful little graveyard we're by. It all looks closed off at the moment, so we're not gonna enter. But it all looks beautiful. Look at that little statue there. Testing tribute in loving memory of Catherine Ann, beloved wife of John Thomas Nichol. So, right, without further ado, let me just see what we got. So we've got some visitors. We've got some company in the lay-by, so I just don't want to read everything out in front of them. Sorry about the sun, let's get the sun going. Oh, it looks like the gate was open after all, but out of respect I didn't want to go in there. Right, anyway, let's see. Right, oh, there's flies everywhere. Oh no. Anyway, these are the final few that took me over 1,000 subscribers, guys. Luke Smith, Alexander Ashchashar, sorry about that, I can't pronounce that one. Wim Ergberg, the Bin Man 10, Brian Shaw, the London Man, Craig D, Ethan DeFranco Puyol, sounds like a Mexican name, awesome. Jason Tarrant, Mandog 200,000, no, sorry, Mandog 20,000, Stuart Weir, Steve Lowther, Chris Stanley, 999 Squire, who may actually be the 1,000th subscriber, Gazbaz, Domino Onag 13, and Matt Logan. Thank you all for being the latest subscribers and taking me over that threshold over the weekend. As you can see, I've still got my beard, but obviously I'm trying to find some better hair dye. Although if I squash enough of these flies on me, I'll have enough green mess to dye my hair green, actually, I reckon. Doing my heading already, I've only just got out here. But anyway, the load's all good, and it's time to just chill out. I might have time to make a coffee. God, these flies, I do apologise. They're actually doing my head in. But look at that view, guys. Looking out. Durham is down there to the right hand side. Oh no, you can't see it. I'm not tall enough to see it. But we're over near Trucker Steve's territory. Not too far from it anyway. Catch you in a bit. Alright guys, after a wee bit of a wait, it's now 10 to 1 now. We've had a bit of a delay waiting for our other guy to load, to unload. But now we've got the all clear to go ahead and make our way down to the site, so let's go, shall we? Still a beautiful day and hopefully we can blow these flies off. I've just done a live video showing everyone around me and everyone on Facebook how bad the flies were. Literally couldn't get out because I was wiping them off like a carpet. So as much as I'd have loved to be outside enjoying the sun, I couldn't because of the damn midges. I think I'm going to need something like that when I unload, guys. That's going to protect me from the flies. What do you think? A full face helmet, protective levers, that'll keep the midges out. So I'm going to go up here and go the long way to the next roundabout, turn right, and then drop down from the next roundabout again. That's after I've stole this guy's full leather suit, full head mask, but he can keep the motorbike. Alright guys, we are at the site now in Durham. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to film in here. They're just moving a digger from out behind me. I'm sat on a precarious little raised area. Believe it or not, my back tyre is just hanging over the edge with nothing underneath it. It's not a massive drop or anything now. I've just drove up here. I'm on like a big hill, and the guy didn't realise I'd get up so high. He says, get up there as high as you can to get out of the way for a minute. So I got pretty high up. He didn't think I'd get all the way, but I'd rather be up here and level than have the few wheels of the trailer on the downward bits, because they'll just be trying to pull me and lose traction. It's not the best surface. We've got a blindside reverse around the corner now to try and get up into the crane once the one digger and the one truck has moved out the way as well. There's a lorry there. So if I can film the crane I will, but I'm not going to hold my breath, guys. Alright guys, sorry it's a bit dark, but we have just had probably the most unnerving, challenging and scary reverses and manoeuvres that I've ever had in my experience as a lorry driver. Let me just get in the light so you can see me better. Oh damn it. See, I've nearly broke my neck just getting out the cab. Let's just get my hat on. There's a group of lads here coming round, but that's where we are. Managed to manoeuvre as best as we could around what can only be described as an assault course. It was like being a test driver for an off-road 4x4. Only this time I had a 40-ton trailer, well, I don't know, 25 to 30-ton load. And basically the digger now is gonna re-flatten the road that I dug 2 trenches in, because what was happening was, that's where we are now, getting unloaded by the crane, but I'm not going to film that for privacy reasons, because there's so much weight on the front of the trailer and the rear obviously, but the front mainly. I had a really tight blind bend 90-degree blind bend on a camber like this. So the road was like that, and I had to bend back round in. So what the difficulty was, sorry guys, I ain't gonna be able to, hopefully you can see me okay. What the difficulty was as I was trying to steer my cab around, the weight of the trailer was pulling it straight, no matter how much I was trying. And then on the second attempt at pulling forward, I had to, the more times I was skidding and going straight, it was putting me off the line of my reverse. So the second time I pulled forward, I don't know if you've ever seen American trucks racing, but if you've ever watched a video of American trucks racing where they lift up in the air, well, it was like that. Only CJC was up in the air with Cinderella. Cinderella was pulling a wheelie. That's how much she was trying to move this load, and I had to pull it and pull it and pull it, and it's tough. But we managed to get in. We then got the assistance of a digger, just in case there was a digger parked ready to either give us a push in with the trailer or across. And on the third attempt to get in, we got in perfectly. But yeah, I must admit, I haven't had much practice regarding heavy weight and loose surfaces while you're actually manoeuvring. I've been on it rough surfaces while I've been driving, like, but I've never had to do such a demanding and challenging manoeuvre while having so much weight on. And I think the lack of experience showed there. I'd got the weight transfer on, I'd got the diff locks on, but you know, it was just one of them things, and it doesn't really matter that it took me 3 attempts. All that matters is I got here and I got in safe. But I'll show you on the way out how challenging the route was in. I've just remembered, guys, when Cinders and I pulled off our stunt driving and our epic wheelie, you're not going to believe it. Old teapot in there. Must have tilted over, tipped over. So we're going to have to face the music and see what's going on. Oh goodness me. There wasn't that much water in it, but there's even less now. Liquid incident number 1 of the week on a Monday. And it's a big one. Oh guys, I'm ever so sorry. Totally forgot to film the way out, because it was absolutely hectic. I had to get pushed with the digger, for God's sake. It's just ridiculous. But I had to back blindside. The road was like this. I've had to just jump in the cab myself because of this incline now. I just want to get out of here. We're going to Scunthorpe. We're probably going to spend the night there. So I'll be back with you in a second. Okay guys, we are going down the A1M now. Or the A1. We've got 100 miles to go till we get to where we got to load in the morning. But I've only got about 50 minutes before my shift turns into a 15-hour one. And I don't really want to waste a 15-hour shift driving an extra hour down the road when I could do it in the morning. I always like to be on the doorstep, but it's my last week before I break up, so there's no way I want to lose a 15-hour shift when I need to save them as much as I can to the end of the week. So I don't want to be stuck out Friday night having used up a 15-hour shift tonight. So we're roughly around Darlington. I've got about 50 minutes left before I have to park up, so answers on a postcard as to where I'm going to park, because I'm heading south. I've never been up here for a night out before. I think, I'll tell a lie, I think I've stopped up here once. Yeah, maybe stopped up here once, but I know wherever I stop, it's going to be somewhere where I can get a hot, decent meal. Because I'm absolutely starving, and I need to get a good wash as well. Because it's been a really stressful day. I've been pulling wheelies in Cinderella. I've been getting her into all nooks and crannies where she's never been before. I've been nearly jackknifing it and dragging it down hills. We've been getting stuck trying to get up hills, needing a push. We've had diff locks on that haven't been on for years, dusted the cobwebs off them. We've had the traction control off for the first time. We've smelt the clutch. We've smelt Cinderella's clutch burning because of all the extra strain on the engine we was putting her under, trying to lift up this steel to straighten up and manoeuvre out. And on top of that, we had the load of steel this morning to get all strapped up, and the stress and anxiety about getting it strapped in right when you got bits hanging here, there and everywhere that are impossible to grab. And yeah, it's been a really challenging day, and I'm happy that we've got it through. We've got it done unscathed. Cinderella hasn't had any damage, apart from a little bit hot under the collar with her clutch, but it's all okay now. These things happen. So we just got to find somewhere to park up now, and then I'll get back to you. Well guys, we've ended up at Leeming Bar. Not quite at the services, but close enough to them should I need to walk over there. I think I'm going to go and head into the town itself and do a bit of an exploring. Find somewhere to eat there instead of at the services and their extortionate prices. So yes, it's going to be a lovely pleasant evening, albeit hot and sweaty. I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to go and check out my video of the weekend and the charity truck pull. It seems to be doing well on the channel. And I'll catch you tomorrow.